Los Angeles, California, with a mad scientist party hour.
Oh, hello there, friends! And welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who has gobbled up his pants and underwear and is now in the process of using a can of cranberry sauce as a fleshlight. That's Geoff Clark.
Hey, what's up? Love cranberry sauce.
Apparently. And transmitting to us from the inside of a turkey, the bearded booger-eating pile of stuffing known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo, brat, brat.
Yep, brat, brat, and gobble, gobble to you, my fine friends. You guys got anything going on for Thanksgiving?
I'm hosting Thanksgiving.
Oh, no. Oh.
I'm trying to host some Thanksgiving.
You're not going to Bill's lady's family's house again?
No, they told me I was persona non grata after last year's speech.
This year the diversity comes to me.
No, we're pivoting. I think it's all the way out in like Inland Empire. They're doing it at my brother's girlfriend's aunt's house, and my brother, I would have went if he was like, yeah, you should go, man. But he was actually like, if I were you, I would not go. They eat dinner mad late. We're going to be eating around 2:00. And I don't know. They just do shit that like me and my families are accustomed to. But
Yeah, like wiping after they poop.
Sure, Kevin. Yeah, that's what I meant. But Thanksgiving's already off to a bad start for me. I went to pick up my Popeyes Cajun turkey, and they are fucking sold out. And they said the nearest Popeyes with Cajun turkeys is up in Compton. I don't feel like driving to Compton for my turkey.
I mean, for a second I thought they were going to say like Palm Springs or something, but Compton's not. I guess it is a pretty shitty drive from Long Beach. So wait a second.
Just throw on your red and roll through Bompton. Come on.
It's not too bad up to 710. But I'm not going there, and I don't even believe that they do have turkeys. I tried to call the other places in Long Beach, and no one fucking answered the phone.
I'll imagine that.
So I do a Cajun turkey for Christmas, but I buy a turkey and season it myself because Popeyes doesn't pre-cook it for you, right? Like it's just seasoned and you throw it in the oven.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Just go get some Tony Chachere's. He makes this injectable. Hold on, I'll go grab it because I'm stocked and ready for.
Oh my goodness, we got Chef Shuddy in the house. He's gonna show us how to cream pie a turkey with Cajun spices and goo. This is exciting.
That's the term I was looking for. I was talking about getting hot sauce in the inner part of my ham and cheese croissant this morning, and I was thinking. I use injected because I was talking to my girlfriend, but I should have used cream pie.
Yeah. It's anytime you're putting a filling in something, you know which word to use.
You're cream pie in that.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't expect this to become a Thanksgiving cooking show and tell, but I'm excited to see what Chef Shuddy has in store for us. First, you gotta make sure you don't burn your potato.
I am so glad that this came up because I've gone through my stash of the Tony Chachere's, and I would have been really upset Thursday when I went to prep the turkey and I didn't have any. So thank you. I'm gonna have to go to the store, but I use it on chicken too. Tony Chachere's makes this Creole style injectable butter that's an injectable marinade, and it comes with the injector, and you just stab the turkey and shoot it into the meat bits, where you want it.
Just like all over the place?
Yeah,
Like it's like
the
it's some sort of like
legs.
fucking Tony Schmashamy junkie?
Yeah, you put it in the turkey tits. You put it in the legs, the thighs, the wings, wherever you
Butthole,
want it,
fungus.
and then you coat the outside with Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning.
Shuddy Boy, are you secretly Tony Chachery?
I wish. This is
I've
like
never
my
even heard of
favorite
that.
seasoning in the world. It's a New Orleans Creole seasoning. It's delightful. It comes right out of Opelousas, Louisiana.
Dang. Shuddy knows his
Is that
Chachery.
is that available in any supermarket by you, or is this that like butchers?
No, I get it at Walmart.
Jeez, I don't even have one of those by me. Wait,
Well, let's hold on. Let's
I do
see.
have a Sam's Club.
See, Tony
So,
Chachery. I'm
Geoff,
probably. Let's see.
Geoff, was there like getting the? I feel like that came up on a previous episode talking about getting a turkey from Popeyes. But
Yeah.
so is it just you waited too long to put your order in, or did they fuck you over?
No, I waited too long. I went today. Obviously, I should have went earlier, but I didn't have any freezer space to keep it in, and I didn't want it just like resting in my fridge for a while. And I think we got the turkey around the same part of the week, like the start of the week last year, and obviously they had turkeys because we got one, and this year they did not. Either way, it was poor planning on my end. I should have just gotten it earlier and let it thaw in the fridge over a few days or however long it took.
Yeah, this weekend, Carl and I were just in like kind of fuck it mode, and we were just like, you know what? Let's just eat pie for breakfast. So we went to a bakery and got pie, and on the way in, they had this handwritten note taped to the door, and for a second, like my heart sunk, and I was like, oh no, they fucking closed or something. But it was just like, we are no longer like we're completely sold out of pie orders for Thanksgiving, and I was like, holy shit. That's like close to a week out, and they're already done taking pie orders. Fucking pie. God damn it, I want to fuck a pie right now and eat it.
I
Bojangles. I told you guys about this. The fast food spot Bojangles has like sweet potato ham pies, and they're fucking epic. My mom got some when she picked up breakfast when I was visiting her in Virginia. They have Bojangles by them. She picked up breakfast and picked up one of those sweet potato ham pies, and holy shit, were they good? What kind of pie did you end up getting?
Get ready with your butthead laugh. I got a banana cream pie.
Banana cream pie is delicious. So is chocolate cream pie.
Yeah.
So, according to Ralph's website, you can
Okay.
get this Creole style butter injectable marinade at your local Ralph's in California.
Oh, there you go.
Wow. Can you send me the link to shoot it over to Cheech?
Man,
Little fiend.
the last time Carl and I had like a fuck it weekend morning, we were like, let's go eat pie for breakfast. I got chocolate chess pie. You ever had
Chocolate
that?
chess pie is goddamn delicious.
Oh yeah. I was like, man,
I tried that
fuck living till
at
I'm
Gus's
90.
Fried Chicken.
Augustus Gloop's fried chicken?
A Gus's Fried Chicken. Gus's Fried Chicken. Gus Fried
Gus's.
Chicken.
Okay.
They used to have one in Long Beach, but I think I think it's still open. But they have a chocolate chess pie there, and it's just fucking great.
So Shuddy Boy, how did you get roped into hosting Thanksgiving this year?
Ropes.
Since I bought the house, I've been hosting Thanksgiving.
Ugh.
I prefer it because then I can dictate the terms of the holiday. I host Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
you bring the diversity to you too, as well, huh?
uh, no, what it is I hate going over to my parents, being told dinner is at 4 o'clock, and then dinner doesn't somehow manage to get ready till 6:30.
Oh, Shuddy Boy had enough of their fucking shit. They would go
But
in
that
my
happens
way.
at Thanksgiving.
It happens at most major holidays. Things go off the rails and everything's delayed. So I took it over because this sounds like a flex, but I don't mean it to be. But my house is bigger than my parents, so we're not all on top of each other. Because I have that big back room, Kevin, where like the
Yeah.
family room. So I have Thanksgiving in there, so we're not all on top of each other. Whereas you've been to my parents' house, like the dining room is small at my parents' house. Like
Yeah.
it's just
But then again, there's a lot
so.
of competition for real estate in your house with toy display cabinets. Like even
Well,
the
those
toy.
are all on the wall. Like
Are you moving
there's
them
plenty
out?
of no, there's plenty of room. They were there last year. It's fine. Um,
We're having a Skeletor Thanksgiving this year, everybody.
so I can make sure that dinner, if I say we're eating at 4, we are eating at 4 o'clock, or I have a total meltdown.
Oh wow. I know what a
Um,
Shuddy Boy temper tantrum looks like, and that is not fun.
yeah. And it's usually just because the turkey's not done. The turkey is the problem child all the time.
How many
And
people are
it's
you
not a
expecting, Shuddy?
12.
Damn. So are you going to try and
That
do it all, like the sides, the turkey?
no, 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 no. Just because I'm hosting doesn't mean my mom is out of cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, so
Uh,
she has to bring all the shit and cook it at your place?
oh no, 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 no. She cooks it all at her place and then transports it to my house, and then we just warm it up
Oh, no wonder you love
here.
having Thanksgiving at your place.
Uh,
But
but
wait a second, if they're cooking it at their place, how are
I'm
you
doing.
able to dictate them finishing it on time?
I'm so I'm doing. I do the turkey, so I cook the turkey. And I have downsized Thanksgiving feasting over the years as it's come to my house. Like we none of us are big, like no, there's not enough of us that we need an army's worth of food, that we need 12 different sides big enough to feed 20 people.
I feel like Geoff is going to disagree with you there.
Oh yeah.
So but
I need
it's been
leftovers
with
for a week and a half.
right, but
I need my sides to have sides.
it's been whittled down to the all stars, the turkey, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, and broccoli with a shit ton of cheese, and string bean casserole and cranberry sauce, and that's where it is.
The big all-star team.
Yeah,
Um,
fucking
Two potatoes.
cheese covered broccoli.
I feel like you'd have to get rid of one of the potatoes if you're to thin the menu down any further.
the mashed potatoes are just for the people who don't eat sweet potatoes. And I
Looking
don't
at
eat
you,
mashed
Draven.
potatoes.
Looking at
So,
you, Draven.
but it'll be so my mom will make my mom and my aunt will make the sides, and I'll handle the turkey.
All right,
And then
fair enough.
my mom has to drive to New Jersey to pick up my aunt,
And
so
then
my
drive back
dad
to
went
Pennsylvania.
and drive back here.
Man, she
My
better be
dad will
bringing like
come
40,
over.
40 sides.
My dad will come over early with the food that they make so we can have it ready when they get here. And then we have dinner, we watch football, we have dessert, and then my dad takes my aunt home to New Jersey to good
That's
old
nice.
Lake Hiawatha.
Lake Hiawatha. Yeah, I know that area.
That's why I said it. I know you
Um,
do.
I'm doing my usual, going to San Diego. Our thing is usually my aunt. I feel like she makes a pretty good Thanksgiving meal. She's got the good sides. Turkey always turns out awesome. Um, there's not usually a lot of sports. I feel like my Uncle Ken like loosely follows sports. The things that are mostly on TV, which I find is equally boring, are like parades. I still don't get fucking people being interested in parades.
Well, the NFL pick them isn't going to inspire you to watch any of the three football games on Thursday.
Oh
There's
no.
stakes this year, Kevin.
Yeah, but I can spend 20 hours watching football, or you can just sum it up for me in like 5 minutes on the next episode.
Or, well, I mean, you're gonna have to watch something anyways. So you would still prefer
Parades.
parades over football?
Well, I'm not about to make the argument to change the channel to football. Because, I mean, if it's if
Yeah,
it's
take
if
it.
if the op,
I
if the,
think
if the options are football, a parade, or switching the TV to a static channel, you're offering me the same three things.
Really?
Yeah.
Football's not better than parades.
No.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. I was going to make this whole point how it's the lesser of two evils, and you just made that decision recently and figure, hey, why not do it again? But you put parades and football in the same category.
Yeah.
That's fucking lame. But
It's like
whatever.
I can have an orange dildo shoved up my ass or a purple dildo shoved up my ass. It's like, all right, well, it's a fucking coin toss for me. I'm getting a dick in my ass either way.
Yeah, but there's like no excitement with the orange dick in your ass, which would be the parade in this case.
Well, at least sometimes
I mean,
there's
there's no contact, there's no people running into each other. You're not going to see serious injuries, which are cool.
the case for the parade though is there's chicks.
I mean, there's cheerleaders at football games.
Yeah, but I feel like they never show them. Anytime I'm around somebody that has football on, it's always man ass, just fucking front and center.
I mean, how often are there hot chicks that they're showing at a parade? It's mostly fucking grandparents and parade floats.
I mean, there is also the chance that a balloon could like go out of control and squish a bunch of people, and that would be awesome.
Well, that's never happened. Someone's always hurt during football.
Man, and then the dog show is just like, man, I kind of just feel bad for these dogs. Like, little Lucy, she just gets to sit around and get pets and treats and go on walks and cuddles. I feel like these dogs are just fucking, they got to be in school all day. Just so some, like, weird English fart can walk over and inspect their butthole on TV. Like a goddamn weirdo. Okay, flip your dog over. It's time for me to inspect her piss flaps. Like, god damn it. Fucking stop that. You're being weird. Stop it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm with you.
Here's honestly, this is what's going to happen. I'm bringing my fucking Switch, and I'm just going to play Nintendo on the couch. I don't care what the fuck they put on TV. I'm playing Nintendo.
Carl's not rolling with you, right?
No. There is one thing that's happening differently this year. And I'm actually more looking forward to next Monday to talk about it with you guys than actually going through with it. But we are going to a safari sleepover.
When?
Some point this week.
So is that like
you and Carl?
And the
you're
whole
like
family.
you're sleeping in like a nature, like a wildlife preserve type situation?
Yeah.
Is that
In a tent.
Are you in a tent?
Yeah. And they kind of bill it as sleep in a tent with fucking giraffes and rhinos just walking around outside you. And it's like, okay, well, anybody who on their Kevin Kraft card, their what is it, death poll? Anybody who has eaten by rhino, your odds are looking good. Contact Geoff's bookie because there could be a serious payout coming soon.
Yeah.
I really don't,
All
because
right.
they supply the tent, so it's like, me and Carl and my family piling into these pre-constructed tents with wild safari animals. Nothing between us and them but canvas. So I don't know what the fuck to expect. It's one of those things where like the whole family was going, so it's like, all right, I can stay at my aunt's place in San Diego by myself while everybody goes and does that, or just go and get trampled, and if I survive, have a funny story.
Whose idea was this again?
Dude, I don't even fucking know. I think my aunt, because my aunt and my uncle, they like camping. Like when Carl and I first started dating, we went on like a camping trip with them once, and I had to buy a goddamn sleeping bag for it because I don't have any camping supplies, and it was a 2-person. I was just like, well, I could buy two sleeping bags because Carl and I don't have one, or just get one 2-person big ass one, and we never ended up cleaning it because like I don't know, it was gigantic, so we needed an industrial washing machine for it, and we both got lazy and never got around to doing it, and I left it at her place, and then when we moved, it was just like, you know what, this thing's been sitting there for fucking 3 years, we're never going to use it again, let's chuck it. And now I find out that I need a goddamn sleeping bag for this weekend, so I may have effed myself.
Man. I mean, you're one of the bigger hoarders of anyone I've ever met. And what are the chances you'd get rid of a one thing you actually would need?
Yeah, I kind of figured like, I'm probably never going to need this again. Fuck it. It takes up so
Sleeping
much
bag,
space.
though?
Huh?
A sleeping bag?
Yeah. Because
I don't know. I guess you don't camp a lot, but you have camped a few times since we started this podcast, right?
I think it's only been that once.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah,
I mean, I
only
don't mind
remember
it.
you telling one story about it. So
I don't mind camping. Like I'm not like itching to go do it, but if plans are thrown out, it's like, all right, that's a change of pace. But it's tough talking Carl into stuff like that. But yeah,
she's not a camper?
No.
How does she feel about the safari idea?
Well, I kind of thought she would just shoot it down, but she was like, what? That sounds awesome. Animals? And I'm like, all right, well, it's one night.
Did you remind her of your luck? That
No.
would have been a good way to talk her out of it. It's like, hey, you know how things get with me. You want to see me die via rhino?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like giraffes have really high asses. Like if one of them just like takes a shit on the tent while I'm sleeping, what if that fucking turd breaks through the canvas, lands on my head, and I get suffocated by a big fat fucking giraffe turd?
Yeah. Who thought of that? That's a good point.
I honestly have no idea what to expect. So, next week, if I survive, we'll see. I might have a story or two.
Well,
But
I hope there is a story.
Geoff, you brought something up during the Easter egg that I was curious about. I guess Michael Jackson, 15 years or however long it's been since he croaked, his flight meals became public.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, I think. World Star, which is a fun Instagram account, even though they don't really do fights as much anymore. But they found a list of Michael Jackson's alleged airline meal preferences. And spoiler, it is a lot of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Too much Kentucky Fried Chicken, in fact.
So I'm guessing Michael Jackson isn't the type of person who's flying first class. Dude's just jet setting private. So
no,
Yeah.
you'd assume, yeah. Yeah. When do you think he stopped flying commercial?
So almost immediately.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when did he reach that status? I mean,
yeah, like what was private jet
did it take him
status
until
like?
Thriller, which is what, 83?
I mean, the Jackson 5 were already massive.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's private jet money. And didn't a lot of that money go to his father?
Yeah,
who's
that's true. His ass was
allegedly
probably,
one of the
It
worst
did,
fathers
but-
ever.
his ass
But
was,
as soon as, go ahead, Kevin.
no, just go ahead, Shuddy.
As soon as he went solo, I think the record company would have flown him private immediately. I don't think they would have ever gotten him on a commercial flight.
Okay. Either way, he's definitely flying private. And they found this as of September 1st, 2003. So at that point, he was definitely only flying private.
Oh yeah, I mean, didn't he also have just like crazy financial troubles though?
I was not aware of that. No. Financial troubles.
Yeah, like he was like at risk of losing the ranch or something. Let me see.
I've never heard of that. Didn't, like, the year he died, he make like $300 million?
Michael Jackson was over $500 million in debt at the time of his death. New court documents reveal. When he died in 2009 at the age of 50, he was over $500 million in court. I just repeated the same fucking thing.
But Kevin just shutting me.
But that's the thing, like
It's fun.
when rich
He
people
was
are broke, they're
Good with
still
money.
when rich people are broke, they're still flying on private jets. When we're broke, we get evicted.
Yeah, we're fucking homeless.
Yeah. Wow, that's fucking wild.
I mean, that's the American dream, dude. It's not how much money you can make; it's how much debt you can accumulate.
yeah.
Yeah, once they got rid of debtor's prison, just
Well,
wild. Things went wild.
I got a couple extra credit cards when that happened.
I mean, I understand being ultra filthy rich, flying on a private jet, and they're like, well, you're the fucking boss here, so what's your favorite thing to eat? And KFC is fucking delicious. I cannot hate on that selection at all.
Actually, I do disagree. I would have preferred Popeyes, even though they just fucked me. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I mean, at the end of the day, he's still like Michael Jackson. So why do you need like a 1,000-piece bucket of KFC?
All right. So breakfast.
Oh wait, can we guess?
KFC. Sure.
Oh my god, he had KFC for breakfast?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's weird.
Is that one of those like corn slop bowls? You know, it's like we start with the base of mashed potatoes, then we add gravy, then we put lollipops in it, then there's corn, 14
Western
pounds
New-
of cheese.
Western New Yorkers would call that a garbage plate,
Yeah.
which are fucking awesome. Have you guys ever had a garbage plate?
No.
I feel like that was the big
Oh,
thing at
man.
Rutgers.
But more because I've never been any place that had a garbage plate, not as it's not an aversion to the idea of a garbage plate. I'm all
Yeah,
for
they have one. They call it slop buckets, but they had one at this barbecue place in Saratoga. But this is on Wikipedia. It's an American dish, of course, consisting of hot dog or hamburger meat, hot meat sauce, and other condiments piled atop a variety of side dishes, typically including macaroni, salad, and home fries. And you just like mix it all together. It's pretty awesome.
I mean, I'm into every component by itself, and I'd have no problem with them being combined.
So for breakfast, Michael Jackson would eat KFC original chicken breast, mashed potatoes, corn, biscuits, scrambled eggs with strawberry jelly, gravy, and spray butter. Um,
Wha- So he would
eh,
mix strawberry jelly into his scrambled eggs?
I would assume he put it on the biscuits, but it does. Yeah, it says scrambled eggs with strawberry jelly
Oh,
and gravy. I mean, he also. I mean, there's a second sentence in the breakfast column or part here: salmon lox, low fat wheat bagels, low fat cream cheese, fruit plate, and whole fruit, especially oranges, grapes, apples, bananas. So that makes perfect sense. The KFC does not.
yeah. Who's eating is like all that fruit for his pet monkey? I mean, because it sounds to me like Michael Jackson lived like Cartman's wildest fantasies.
Yeah.
I
What do you
think
think he
I
had
think
for lunch?
I think Michael Jackson's thing was he was in a perpetual state of arrested development and was
Yeah.
a 13-year-old boy his entire life.
But of all the 13-year-old boys to choose, he chose Cartman.
So,
He had an amusement park. He lived on an amusement park and just ate KFC around the clock.
uh,
Um,
he had all flavors of Uncrustables. And back then, I think they even had a grilled cheese Uncrustable. So I'm guessing that was on the list.
um,
Were you not
yeah.
aware that something like that existed, Kevin?
No, I thought Uncrustables was either grape jelly and peanut butter or strawberry jelly and peanut butter.
That's the first time I'm hearing of grilled cheese uncrustable.
Yeah, that's got to be like Fremunda cheese made from a goat's scrote bag. That cheese, and I'm a cheesy guy, but for some reason that makes my
Yeah,
penis
you
sad.
are.
Smucker's Uncrustables microwavable grilled cheese sandwich.
What's the 1898?
This is a petition on change.org to bring them back.
Send me that link. I will sign that petition. I don't
Yeah.
even. I'm not that interested, but I'll fucking I'll
Imagine
mobilize with
this.
these guys.
It's 2009 and you just got off the bus from school. You open up the freezer, pop open a Smucker's grilled cheese Uncrustable, and put it in the microwave. All is good. Unfortunately, I bring you this harrowing message today, 6 years after Smucker's grilled cheese Uncrustables have discontinued. Now, to some, this may seem like a pointless and comedic attempt to amuse, but to me, and hopefully a large majority of you out there as well, this is about bringing back one of the greatest microwave snacks in the history of our nation.
Uncrustables microwavable grilled cheese. 'Cause you want
So that's
cancer
it.
tomorrow.
So that's a 9-year-old change.org position with 1,898 signatures, which is why we have not seen grilled cheese Uncrustables return.
Man, somebody needs to make a page like that for High C Ecto Cooler. All right, so Shuddy, were you reading ahead when you found that Michael Jackson also had a rider of just
Oh, no, no,
endless
no. But
Uncrustables?
we were talking about him being a 13-year-old
Oh,
boy,
okay,
so
okay.
that I was making my guesses. I don't know that he had
Well,
Uncrustables on his list.
he just kept the KFC party rolling along for lunch. He went with KFC original chicken breasts, mashed potatoes, gravy on the side, corn on the cob, biscuit. Do they have corn on the cob there? I don't even think
Yes.
they did. He might have got that specialty. I thought they just had like.
Or maybe he could have.
Yeah, he could have.
Just because he got corn on the cob doesn't mean it had to come from KFC.
Yeah, all right, all right.
And I want the Colonel to serve it. Michael, the Colonel,
yeah.
the Colonel's been dead for years. I said I want the Colonel to serve it.
He he had biscuits with strawberry jelly and spray butter as well. If traveling for a number of consecutive days, which I'm sure he did almost every time he traveled. I mean, how many fucking world tours did that guy go on? But if traveling for a number of consecutive days, he will try other forms of chicken, but would still like the KFC. Like, bring the KFC. Like, make sure that's there. but I'll try some other fried chicken. I love this out of Mike. I do. I fucking love this. Again, not excited about KFC. Much prefer Popeyes, or Gus's. But I can't hate the commitment to fried chicken. I'm right there with them. You guys want to guess what you had for dinner?
I'm gonna guess Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah. Original
Same
recipe.
The same
Mashed
fucking thing he had
potatoes,
for lunch.
gravy, corn on the cob.
Gravy on the side. That would Mike would be pissed if you put the gravy on the mashed potatoes. It'd ruin his whole fucking dinner.
That would be funny if he did go full Cartman. He's just like, I want 20 KFC buckets of just the skin. Just peel the skin off.
Dessert. He rarely eats
Chicken.
dessert, but will ask for a Sunday dessert 1 out of 10 times you fly with him. He eats mostly gum and mints for dessert, or will pick out a whole fruit.
Oh, awful.
Not a dessert guy.
How do you whiff
because
the dessert part of all that?
Because he eats so much fucking KFC that he doesn't even need, he probably just snacks on chicken legs the entire flight.
A chicken pot pie. Man, just no variety. That's fucking crazy. If he didn't die of fucking overdosing on whatever that magic sauce was, dude probably would have died the next day of a fucking exploding heart. That guy had to have been like 80% cholesterol.
Wasn't laughing gas his drug of choice?
That had to be really annoying to administer that to him. Just nothing but like 2 hours of tee.
We can just go to the other side of the room.
Someone get this guy a fucking 20-piece so he shuts up.
He did have beverage preferences. He liked white wine and Diet Coke and a Diet Coke can on every flight. I don't know why that would be in a Diet Coke can, but that is the kind of eccentricity that I came for.
Well, because he probably... Wait, wasn't he Pepsi, though?
Yeah, well, see, that's why these riders were secret, Shuddy.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, he's probably contractually obligated to just have a Diet Coke around, but he was a Pepsi spokesperson.
Yeah. He probably was like, you better make sure this shit doesn't get leaked. If Pepsi finds out, I'm fucked.
Yeah, that's why it took 15 years after his death for all this to come out.
if this news leaks, I'm going to be in debt another $100 million to Pepsi.
Geoff, what would your private jet food rider be?
Yeah, a lot of Michael Jackson here. I would definitely have M&Ms. I would get a bunch of M&Ms. I would have pizza, wings, pancakes for breakfast. On some days, other days I would have McDonald's. Probably always do like a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee.
So you're flying private. Clearly things are going well for you. And you still just want to eat McDonald's? Like you could get a good burger. Like a nice
I want to be part of that Air Force, that Trump Force One photo.
Man, RFK, I've never seen anybody look more dead behind the eyes than him holding up a Big Mac and attempting to smile about it. Like, what a beaten dead man.
I mean, it's some trade-offs you have with politics, you know? If you want to get some shit pushed through, you're going to have to make some certain deals that maybe you don't want to. So,
God, that was funny.
I don't regret my vote for RFK.
You're going.
Wish he didn't take himself off all the swing state ballots.
Are you? So you're Trump Force One. You're just doing fucking garbage food.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, what about you, Shuddy?
I mean, I do pretty much the same. Like the McRib
Force
is back
One,
at the moment, so it would be just a smorgasbord of McRibs and chicken Big Macs. Like I would just, if I had that kind of fuck you money, yeah, it would be just garbage food.
So you're just eating like you could have like like handmade fresh ground beef patties, but you're just like, no, I want frozen worm meat.
Yeah, because if I'm flying private, I'm going to be even more high than when I fly commercial. So I'm
Yeah.
just going to want all the things that I already know are delicious.
So like not like, like a Musso and Frank fucking filet mignon, just a Big Mac?
Well, you do have to understand that you have to get the food from wherever you're flying from. So having a
It's true.
Musso and Frank steak on a private flight that I would probably be boarding in Philadelphia or in the New York metro area is not really.
I mean, I was kind of just throwing that out there as an example of like
I know,
how
but
good
like
how good food can actually be. But man, like I mean, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're putting me on the spot. If I'm doing like a worldwide tour or like I'm a musician or an entertainer or something, I would get something bomb like
Yeah,
locally. But like I don't know, we don't know where we're traveling, so it's just like the mock scenarios, like
that's true.
essentially what you would eat
But
on your deathbed,
I'm sure if you
or
were
not necessarily.
like if MSPH got to the point where we're like fucking Iron Maiden, we have an MSPH, graphics up wrapped fucking plane shooting poo all over the place.
Fucking
Which
random.
one of us
Is that what Iron Maiden? Is that
Oh
what they're
yeah,
known for?
Iron Maiden has their own plane, and Bruce Dickinson is a pilot, so he
And
flies their jet to all their dates.
Yeah, I was just
God,
gonna say
that
which
fucking
one of us
rules.
is flying us? Who's gonna be responsible for that?
Oh, Kevin's the Bruce Dickinson of this.
Oh come on, well that means we all die. But
If Bruce Dickinson can learn how to fly a plane, you can.
that's true. Maybe I'll
Yeah,
Travolta it up.
but Bruce Dickinson doesn't have the Kevin Kraft curse.
That's true.
Kevin Kraft's about to shed that curse when he goes on that safari camping trip.
Yeah. Once I befriend a whole bunch of fucking giraffes.
When he kills the rhino with his bare hands to undo the curse.
Yeah. I'm gonna have this trip is gonna be like Craven the Hunter. What about desserts? Please don't say fucking McFlurries all around.
No,
I love me
absolutely
a good
not.
McFlurry. McDonald's ice cream is underrated.
But Geoff, what would you take? McDonald's ice cream or a nice freshly baked chocolate chess pie?
From Gus's, I would take the chocolate chess pie. It is really good. You got me there. I would actually do Friendlies. I want a different Friendlies Sunday every trip. Well, not necessarily different, but I want to have all the Friendlies options at my disposal.
All right, I don't hate that.
What's your favorite thing from Friendlies?
Reese's Pieces Sunday.
That's not bad. When I was a kid and we would go to Friendlies, you could buy those like prepackaged cups. I would either get those or the Reese's peanut butter cup ones.
See,
Yeah,
my
great
my
move.
go-to Friendlies ice cream treat was always the Jim Dandy. That giant banana split that came in the.
Oh man, I'm gonna need to see a picture of that Shuddy Boy so I can whack off.
Oh, I
That
got
sounds-
you.
That sounds wonderful.
Dropping fucking loads.
Whoa, Shuddy. See that?
Oh yeah, the Jim Dandy does kick ass.
That looks like fucking royalty. If I walked on a private jet and saw one of you motherfuckers eating that in your seat, I'd be like, "Oh, dude, you made it. You are king status. Look at that."
I would probably, at this point, die of a sugar coma if I ate that much ice cream.
Man, that does look wonderful though.
But
Son of a
it would be
bitch.
fucking worth it. It would be worth it.
Yeah. I mean, there's worse ways to die than ice cream overdose on a private jet.
Yeah, listen,
Like getting stomped to death by a fucking rhino in a tent.
I'd probably take dying of an ice cream overdose on a private jet over just about any other way to die. Uh, because I at least made it somehow enough to be on a private jet, even if I was just riding on somebody else's coattails.
Yeah.
And I was a guest. Like I'm still on a, that's still going to be a highlight of my life.
Going back to Michael Jackson's airplane request list.
Yeah.
He did like to have 7-Up, Orange Crush, or fruit punch available. Will sometimes drink tequila, gin, or Crown Royal. And the additional comments is he likes Big Red gum. It's a no-go for you, Kevin.
Nope. Cinnamon. Fuck that.
And a lot of different gums and mints. Will eat cheese and crackers and fruit plates on very short flights. Very timid flyer, but will get out of his seat during takeoff and landing. Be prepared to clean a lot after he deplanes. No chocolate, peanut butter, broccoli, or strong scented foods.
No peanut butter?
Nope, or chocolate.
Oh my God. What a rotten scumbag.
What? Michael Jackson, stop. Hey, he made some mistakes, but let's not kill him over it.
Jesus Christ. You don't like chocolate or peanut butter, and then clearly you don't like them combined? I have zero trust in anybody who takes a stance like that.
Maybe it's a flight thing.
If you're allergic, that's one thing. But also, what is he doing where, like, this motherfucker is going to make a mess? It's got to be KFC related. I feel like everything with this guy's flights is KFC related, and that carries over to the cleanup. Like, there's going to be fucking bones, gravy all over the place, in between the seat cushions,
breading crumbs everywhere. You know, it takes like to clean a lot.
Yeah,
maybe he's just weird, where he just like finishes eating the chicken bone and just throws it like on the floor, just like whatever.
Now go clean that up, you bitch.
God, I would love to see what
$75 an hour. Go clean up my chicken butts.
I would love to see what the Michael Jackson aftermath of a plane cabin looks like.
Oh God, there's probably like Mr. Bubbles poops everywhere.
He brought three children with him. And they just make a fucking mess. Just tear the place apart.
Who wants to have a mashed potato fight?
Yeah, what that writer doesn't say is that he really loves having food fights.
Oh my God.
He's peckish. He won't eat all that food. He'll only pick at it, but it all will be thrown somewhere on the inside of the plane.
Yeah, the KFC is for eating. The fruit is for throwing.
Yeah. Oh God, Mike brought his pet monkey. This is going to be a real fucking mess today.
Oh God, did you guys see what's on the monkey's rider? Fuck. Well, I guess this could hold on. I'm gonna make a fucking transition out of this. All right, watch this, guys. All right.
Franny.
All right, if you
Do you have
guys
something specific?
Yeah.
Huh?
Speaking of that private jet lifestyle, if you guys want to help me get there, the tickets are available. Not that I get any money out of it, but tickets are available if you want to come and see The Second Coming of John Cooper in theater. It is, like I mentioned, it's playing in downtown LA at the Regal LA. And I wish I could give you out the link, but it's kind of convoluted. But I've been promoting it on my socials. I know there are some people that don't play the social media game. I made a public post on our Patreon with a link to get to it. But if you want the convoluted link, it's fucking Indie Film Group. That's Indie with a Y, like, Indiana Jones. indiefilmgroup.ticketspice.com/ and here's where it goes off the fucking rails. I'll just save you the trouble. There's a dash between each of the words. 2024 Culver City Film Festival. I told you it's a pain in the dick. indiefilmgroup.ticketspice.com / 2024 Culver City Film Festival. Fuck me. But it is in my Instagram bio. I put the links out there. So anybody who's in Southern California, it is December 9th, 7:30. It's a Monday. Downtown LA. So I'm going to be there. A bunch of the cast are coming. I know the three leads are going to be there. I don't know if Dustin's going to be able to make it. I know his nights are usually occupied, doing stand-up. But I'm hoping I can get Dustin to come out. But, the people that play John Cooper, Clint, and Jessa are going to be there. I'm going to be there. I bumped into an old friend of MSPH who's tied into a story I'll tell next, who is probably going to be there because he lives around the corner.
So James Gunn is going to be there, huh?
Damn it, Shuddy Boy, you always scoop me. But this is one of those things where if it's a possibility, I fucking need you. I need butts and seats. It's one of those things where if we stand out, and because this is the amount of films being shown in this, it's a lot like Kevin Smith's Smodcastle Film Festival. I was looking over the schedule, and there's a lot of short films. So if they see one block in particular selling way more tickets than the rest, and we get a good turnout, that's going to make people pay attention to the film. So it is under Block F. When you go to that link, it's got options to buy tickets for everything. So luckily, I think Monday is like the first day of the festival, so you're not going to have to scroll too far. But get your tickets for Block F, and you can come see the second coming of John Cooper in a fucking theater. Which, if it ever sells, it's going to a streamer. So this is a very, very rare opportunity to see this film in a theater, like how I wanted it to be shown. But, I made this movie for you guys, and now you got a chance to come see it.
Go see it.
Please. Take fucking selfies with everybody. We'll fucking get weird. I'll touch your butthole.
Bring your significant other. Bring your parents. Bring everybody.
Yeah.
Bring the neighbor.
As many people as you can think. Be like, hey, R-rated comedies, you don't see a lot of them these days. Let's go fucking laugh.
Listen, holidays are coming. You need something to give to somebody that doesn't cost a lot. Buy him a ticket and bring him to see John Cooper.
Yeah.
2 birds, 1 fucking stone.
Do it, baby. 2 girls, 1 cup. Let's fucking party.
Yeah, I can't wait. Of
You're coming, Geoff?
course.
How many people are
Fuck
you
yeah.
bringing with you, Geoff?
I don't know, couple.
Please bring Bill's girlfriend's entire family.
Oh, they roll deep. Yeah, I'll
Yep.
try to get all of the diversity there.
Yes, please.
What day is it again? I'll tell them right now.
It's 2 weeks from today, Monday the 9th at 7:30.
Oh, yeah.
Threading that needle. That holiday needle.
Let me just check what the Monday Night Football game will be in 2 weeks. I mean, I'll be watching it
that-
on my phone during your movie, but it does. I just want to know what I have to watch on my phone.
It'll
Yeah.
be almost over by then at 7:30.
Oh, Bengals Cowboys? I don't have to watch that.
Yeah, I already know who's going to win. The Bengals. Right?
Which, I mean, yeah, they should. They'll be heavy favorites.
Well,
Dome game.
while we're here, or
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you have a story to tell next.
No. We can. Oh, do you want to do the pick them?
That's where I was gonna go since we were there, but
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that.
okay.
Let's
I feel
do
better about queef or no queef than I do this fucking pick 'em.
NFL pick them.
Well, Geoff, that feeling of yours where you prefer the ass kicking in queef or no queef to the ass kicking in an NFL pick them might be right because once again, losing record Geoff.
No way.
Yep. Geoff has fallen further behind you and I. We were tied again.
I can't pick shit to save my life.
So, Kevin picked the Cowboys incorrectly. We all picked the Steelers incorrectly.
Son of a bitch.
The Yeah, nobody picked the Browns to win, and the Browns ended up beating the Steelers.
Stupid ass Browns. Now they decide to fucking throw the ball well.
It was a cool game. It was like the thickest snowflakes ever coming down on that game.
They're calling it the snow globe game because of how hard the snow was falling.
That actually does sound kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kevin and I rode out with Geoff's Giants. Geoff did not follow his heart and picked the Buccaneers correctly.
Oh shit! All right.
They fucking curb stomped the Giants.
So wait a second. Where does it come into where we get some points, Shuddy?
All of the next games.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, I picked the Texans in the first game. That's where I had 1 point already. But yeah, you went 0-3 in the first 3 games, Kevin.
That sucks.
Wait, I picked the Texans in the first game, right?
You did. So you had a win there, and you picked the Buccaneers. So you were 2-3 in the first 3 games, and then went 0-3 in the last 3.
No, 2-1 and then 0-3. Yeah, I gotcha.
The Eagles beat the Rams, which is who Geoff picked. The Dolphins beat the Patriots, who you picked, Kevin. You picked the Dolphins to beat the Patriots.
Nice.
Good pick.
And then the Seahawks beat the Cardinals, and the Geoff picked the Cardinals. So Kevin and I were 3-3. Geoff was 2-4.
You
So that
both picked the
means-
Seahawks?
Yeah.
Cocksuckers.
So Kevin and I are tied at 41-31. Geoff is at 30-42 for the year.
Shuddy, we're tied.
We're tied.
Damn it. All right. Well, I'm gonna stomp your butthole this week.
All right.
What are we picking?
We're picking 7 games this week.
Whew. Oh my goodness.
Let me make sure I just got them all on there correctly. Now that I'm doubting myself, because this is an unusual week, Kevin. There are 3 games on Thursday and 1 on Friday.
We're doing all of those, right?
We are doing all of those.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that I also have the Sunday night game on there.
Too many damn games.
Not enough for me. I'm gonna need us to pick every game.
We could start giving Geoff one game that we don't even pick, just as a bonus point each week. See if he can get it.
That'd be so embarrassing. Please, let's do it.
Yeah, and watch he gets the bonus games all wrong, so it just piles up on his loss numbers.
What if we do it to make that even? What if we do the bonus game where I get subtracted 1 point if I'm wrong?
No, I don't think we need to take any points away. I like the idea of it just being +1 or Geoff, just a joke. Geoff, you can't even get your free game correct. So I'll add one of those to this week for Geoff.
Let's not. Oh, no, let's not do that yet. If I drop points this week, I would love to get that next week. But
okay, all right. So first game we're picking is going to be Baltimore Edgar Allan Poe's versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
Motherfucker.
I say Chargers. I looked at my crystal ball. And I know the
I'm
truth.
taking the Ravens.
You would.
Well, I guess the good thing here is that I'm chasing both of you. You both are tied with the same record. So I'll go with the Chargers. They're one of my picks. So
Okay.
don't feel good about it.
Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions. I'm taking the Lions.
I'm going to pick the Bears. F you, Shuddy.
I'll take the Lions. I'm probably going to end up betting the Bears, but just to cover the spread.
I will say that would be a cool fight. A bunch of Bears fighting a bunch of Lions.
Yeah. I mean, who do you think would win? It'd probably be a bear, right?
They both got pretty powerful claws. Like if you
And
get
pretty
punched,
powerful jaws.
if you get punched in the face by either of them, like half your face is falling off. I don't
Right.
know. I might. I see. I don't know if bears are used to attacking things in cat form. Oh, but there's mountain lions. I think bears. I think I would go. I think a bear. I think team bear. Which is kind of why I picked the bears.
I mean, I would say lions because they're used to fighting in prides, in groups. Bears generally are lone creatures, so maybe they won't be organized enough.
Pretty good analysis.
Oh,
New York Football Giants versus the Dallas Gay Cowboys.
Oh my fucking god!
Cowboys.
Oh,
Cowboys.
I'll take the
Giants.
Giants. I'll take the Giants.
You rubes.
Terrible.
The Miami Dolphins versus the Green Bay Fudge Packers.
I do like packing fudge.
I'll go with the Packers.
That was clean, but that'll never become a drop. So
I can make it one if you would like, Shuddy. It's just, it's weird for me to hit, for me to button myself.
Yeah, but you can pack girl fudge too. It's not just a gay thing.
Everybody has fudge in their butts.
Yeah, we got to get him on a better one, Shuddy. Let's not blow our load on that one.
Who did you pick, Kevin?
Packers.
Packers. I'm also taking the Packers.
You poser.
So
Playing
all three
good
of us got the
football right
Packers,
now.
huh?
The Las Vegas Raiders versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wait a second. They're in Vegas now?
Yeah, they moved to Vegas.
Where were they before, Kevin?
California.
Okay, fair enough. Can you name either? They played in two California cities. Can you
Get
name
the
them?
fuck out of here. L.A.?
There you
There's
go.
one of them.
Next one's tough.
Yeah, because I know San Francisco, that they got the 69ers. They've had them for a long time. Palm Springs.
Also, Bay Area, Oakland.
Oh,
Oakland.
fuck. I always forget about Oakland. I
Yeah,
wanted to say
who
Santa.
doesn't?
I wanted to say Santa Cruz, but that couldn't be true. That's where the Lost Boys.
Santa
are from.
Cruz Raiders sounds really fucking badass, though.
Yeah,
Santa Cruz,
Santa
anything
Cruz
kind of
Raiders.
sounds badass.
I do
Um,
enjoy Santa Cruz. It's pretty cool. I want to go back
But
there.
they moved to Las Vegas a couple years ago, buddy.
Oh, those
It's been a
wieners.
minute.
Well, I take I take their opponents. Who are they playing?
The Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm gonna queef all over them.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs also.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Queeps as well. I will say the Raiders did beat them last year on Christmas in one of the fucking weirdest games ever. They won, and their quarterback didn't complete a pass for 3 quarters. Yeah, that doesn't do much for you, Kevin, but all the other people it's like, well, that's kind of crazy.
All right. The Philadelphia Spread Eagles versus the Baltimore Edgar Allan Poes.
Who are the first ones?
The Spread Eagles.
Okay. Yeah.
So we've got Eagles against Ravens.
Some bird on bird crime. I like it. You know what? I'm just going to go with,
Separated by 70 miles, roughly.
I'll go with the Eagles.
I'm also riding with the Eagles.
I'm going with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, I think, is 22-1 in his career over the NFC. You're probably going to hear a lot of that in your Philly sports talk radio this week.
I was hearing that before this. Even the Eagles played last night.
So wait a second. You got to refresh my memory. What happened again with Tony Ravioli? He got defeated, right?
Very badly. The game started out 30-0. and
Oh,
then it ended at 30-7.
Are you saying Tommy DeVito? Tommy Cutlets?
oh yeah. Okay,
You
yeah.
said Tony Ravioli. Okay, okay, all right. Yeah, I'm glad Shuddy speaks Kevin.
Hey, it's
and
Tony Menegut.
uh, and then the San Francisco 69ers versus the Buffalo Wild Bills. I'm taking the Bills.
Man, I'm so fucking like fried chicken brain focused right now. I thought you were gonna say the Buffalo Wild Wings. Um, I think I'm gonna take the Bills.
Yeah, I'll take the Bills too.
All right. There we
That's it.
go.
We did it.
We've picked them all for this
Hell
week.
yeah. We're so good at picking them. By the way, quick programming note. I do know that people that subscribe to the Patreon, the Puminati Elite Extreme tier, are always pumped when Geoff and I drop a Dragon Ball queef. And we did. We dropped
queefed it
another one.
up.
We really did queef it up. We picked a current, very, very popular anime on Netflix called Dan Da Dan. And it made for a very fun episode. So if you like hearing Geoff give book reports on anime, Geoff watched the first episode of Dan to Dan and has thoughts. And by the way, Geoff, quick update on that. I am current.
Nice. So
I
you
watched-
watched all 8 episodes that were on Netflix?
Oh, yeah. Man, that show's fucking sick. It's really good. Shuddy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't usually enjoy anime. Obviously, that's kind of the point of it, but it was actually pretty sick as far as animes go.
You're Draven's a big anime guy, right?
He is.
Does he ever report back to you on like what the good animes are? Or does he just know you have no interest and just saves that topic of discussion for someone else?
No, if there's something good, he'll suggest we watch it, and we usually do.
Has he ever
I mean-
made you watch an anime and you're like, oh, that was actually pretty fucking cool?
Yeah, I mean, Black Lagoon we burned through.
Oh, yeah. We did a Dragon Ball queef on that.
Chainsaw. I like Chainsaw Man a lot.
Oh, yeah. That's sick.
We're current on Jujutsu Kaisen.
Man, those are all shows that we've done a Dragon Ball queef on.
I've watched all of the Food Wars that I can get my hands on that have English dubbing.
Oh yeah, Food Wars. Fuck yeah. We've done
I
2
wish-
episodes on Food Wars.
I would like to watch
Worth
season
it.
3 of Food Wars.
I
But I don't want it.
I think that's the one I have on Blu-ray.
I don't want to watch it subtitled.
Because they did like, I think the first 2 seasons were like on Netflix, and then season 4 and 5 were on HBO, and season 3 was nowhere. So I just bought the Blu-ray of it, and then I think it went out of print, and now if you want to get season 3, it's like stupid expensive. But I don't know. Maybe I'll fly back with it, and we can just do like an anime wormhole when I'm back east, Shuddy.
Okay.
But yeah, we got to get you on another Dragon Ball queef, Shudster.
I would be happy to do one. I'm just been sitting over here waiting for my invite. So
Well, I think the next one we're doing is like super fan service. Like this is an Alex Wilson suggestion, and I think it's only on Crunchyroll. I don't know if you guys fuck with Crunchyroll.
we have Crunchyroll.
So supposedly this one that Alex suggested, the whole point of this anime is hot chicks on rafts have to battle each other and use their titties and asses to knock each other off the rafts.
Okay.
So we'll keep you
That
posted.
sounds wonderful.
You let me you let me know a time and place, and I'm there.
Fuck yeah.
But while we're plugging
Yeah.
Patreon content, since you mentioned him going to be at that he is going to be at the film festival, uh, Clint himself, Trevor Goober, is going to be a guest on the next What the Fuck Did I Just Watch? And we are going to be
Oh,
watching Zombievers.
No way. I just watched that yesterday. Fuck. Yeah, Trevor Goober is the fucking man. I love that guy. He's the one, like, he came over one time, I think it was before we even started shooting John Cooper, and he's like, "Oh my god, you have a fucking Blu-ray rack? All right, hold on. Before we do anything, I am analyzing your picks." And he saw my section of like awesome shitty movies, like, Samurai Cop, The Room, Tammy and the T-Rex, and he was like, "No fucking way. Yes." So he's very much like you and Dom with those shitty movies, and myself to a degree. And
Well, no, don't say me and Dom. Say Dom.
Oh, Dom, yeah.
And I just kind of I got dragged into it like this.
You can also finally call him out for because he's the one responsible for Love on a Leash.
I've alluded to it in our messages. I'm like, well, since you picked Love on a Leash, I'm sure you could suggest something else that's appropriate. Yeah. But he did not suggest Spider Babe, so at least there's that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Don't sleep on that. Get those. I mean, hey, if you've ever been like, man, I really like Shuddy, Geoff, and Kevin. Well, Shuddy and Geoff. And if you've ever been like, I wish I could get them a Christmas present, sign up for Patreon. It's the best gift you can give us.
for real.
Unless you really don't want Kevin to be involved in the present at all, and then just message Geoff or I privately.
Yeah, you can just Venmo me money monthly if you want.
So the thing that I was alluding to before, so I met this couple through Stevie B, good old Steve Brandano, and they were
Good man.
They were neighbors. So I was actually trying to get, like, Carl and I were trying to get Steve's place when he moved out, but the idea came to us kind of late for some reason, and they had kind of already shown the apartment to this other couple that was interested, so they beat us out. But this couple would have been our neighbor, and they're good folks. I've known them for a while. They're really cool, chill, fun people. And Allison, her dad was a musician, and he was also, like, just like a brilliant guy, just like an encyclopedia of music, not only of making it, but on the equipment side. And he made this old school synthesizer called the Resonator. And like, he had all these meetings with like these big established musicians of the time to check it out, and he was going to like mass produce it, and everything kind of fell through, and he died when Allison was a baby. And one day she found this thing in the attic, and her dad was kind of always, a mystery to her. People didn't really say too much, except like, he was a musician and he invented a few things. So she, over the last 10 years, made a documentary herself called Resonator. And it got into South by Southwest and won the Audience Choice Award. And I've been like trying to see it for a while. So they did the premiere here in LA and invited myself and Carl. And I was very pumped to go see it. It was fucking great. I don't exactly know where it's available. You might even be able to rent it digitally right now. But it's Resonator is RESY, Resonator, if you want to check it out. But, Carl and I, like, the whole thing was like, it was in Beverly Hills, and the whole invites had this whole spiel about, there's virtually no street parking. There's one parking garage nearby, and it gets filled very early in the day. So we recommend Ubering. And I was like, all right, well, let's Uber. Let's take advantage of the open bar and just fucking drink some wine and hang out. So we got there pretty early for the cocktail hour, but it was already in full swing. They had reporters there and a fucking step and repeat red carpet. And, my awkward ass was just like, let's just sneak inside. So we go in. First person I see First person, Christian Hand.
Oh
So
shit.
went over to Christian.
That tracks.
Yeah.
That tracks a lot. That he'd be at premiere of a documentary about music.
Yeah. But I hadn't talked to Christian in a few months. I went and saw him do his live show where he was like, I think it was with the dude from 311. I think it was Peanut. So we caught up, and I told him about John Cooper, and I told him about how we're gonna have a screening in LA coming up, and he was like, "Oh, dude, right, yeah, keep me posted. I live right around the corner from that theater." So I'm pretty sure Christian is gonna come out, but yeah, it was cool. They like the premiere was interesting. They had like a DJ doing a set, and it turns out it was this guy who was a frequent collaborator with the Beastie Boys. God damn it. Why am I spacing on his name? Mark something?
Mixmaster Mark? No, that's Mixmaster Mike.
Oh no. Oh no, I suck. Hold on, I'm going to pull up the letterbox for it because you'll probably know this name, Shuddy. I think he worked with the Beastie Boys on every single album they put out. They don't have him listed on the letterbox D. Farts. But it was cool. It was really enjoyable. It had like some pretty heavy moments of this, my friend Allison just basically getting to know her dad through people that worked with them, and like she flies to England and talks to Peter Gabriel, and she flies like all over the world talking to musicians and giving them this piece of equipment and letting them like fuck around with it and be like, "Oh, this is fucking cool." And they all like plug their guitars into it and start jamming. It was especially if you're a music nerd, it was sick.
It looks like it's not available to stream anywhere at the moment, but it's playing in Indianapolis, Steamboat, Tacoma, and Cincinnati in the coming weeks.
Okay. Oh, Money Mark. I think I found it. Money Mark.
I've heard of Money Mark, yes.
Yeah, so he was
He
there
was a
DJing.
collaborator from Ill Communication On.
And he knew Christian, too. So he was like hanging out, talking to Christian and I for a minute. My buddy Kay was there. He showed up. That was a big surprise. I'm like, Kay, what the fuck? Kay's here. You guys met at the premiere for John Cooper.
Yes. Yep. Very personable fellow.
Yeah, I love Kay. He's a man. And I think he's going to be at the John Cooper downtown LA screening as well. All right, let's see. How are we doing on time? All right, we got some time. Let's fucking talk some more shit. Did you guys see any movies?
I did.
Interesting.
Since we've last spoken, I rewatched two oldies and saw a freshie.
Hey. All right, what do you got for us?
Hangover 2. It was fun. I think I've seen it before, but it's not as good as the first one. It didn't age as well as the first one did. Then, in preparation for the freshie, rewatched the OG Gladiator.
Yeah. Yeah, Carl and I did that somewhat recently.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was way more boring than I remember it being.
Really?
Yeah, I thought the first hour and a half of that movie where it's all build up was just really like I must have blocked it all out because it felt like I was watching something I'd never seen before.
I mean, in the beginning, there are some pretty cool battles with, Maximus before he gets captured.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a lot of so it's a dramatic movie with some action scenes is how I would describe it. It's more of a drama piece than an action movie type thing. But that being said, went and saw Gladiator 2 in IMAX yesterday.
That's what I saw as well.
Damn. How was that? Denzel's been on quite the roll during his press tour. He's saying some crazy shit.
Yeah. Well, he says some crazy shit in that movie.
I enjoyed it. It was much more of an action movie with a bit of drama sprinkled in than the first one. Like this one was pretty much fight scenes nonstop. And it took me till the very last fight scene to realize that the Hound was in the movie.
He was?
The Hound was the leader,
Oh, shit. Yeah.
head of the Praetorian Guard.
Rory McCann. That dude fucking
Yeah.
rules.
Um,
He'll always be the guy from Hot Fuzz that goes, "Yarp."
Denzel was wild in the movie.
Yeah, honestly, when I saw him in the trailer and he's basically acting like he was in Training Day, I'm like, I have a feeling this is not going to make sense and just be weird and off-putting the whole time. But then seeing it play out, I was like, oh, that was actually kind of cool.
It was just very much Denzel being Denzel wearing Roman robes. Like it was so fucking crazy.
I actually like Denzel in Gladiator II way more than I thought I would.
Me too. Like I enjoyed a lot of it. Like I mean, it did not take me very long to put the twist together.
Oh, you see, there were a few things because when the movie started, having the first Gladiator kind of fresh in my mind, I was like, oh, this is kind of just following the same exact beats. Like it starts with the main character battling, get defeated, get captured, got to prove yourself in this tiny little fucking rinky-dink junkyard arena fighting before you get drafted to go to the big one. And now like the dude you have beef with is up there, and the emperor, well, this time emperors, are like, snotty little fucking shits. But then I would say halfway through the movie, it sort of breaks off and starts doing some different stuff where I was like, okay, this has earned its existence rather than just being a fucking retread of the first one.
Yeah, it's not Escape from LA.
Yeah.
Which is Escape from New York, just set in LA. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, though. I really did.
I dug it too.
The fight sequences were really good. The fucking emperors were batshit insane, which was fun.
Yeah, I like that dude, that kid that was like the metalhead Hesher in Stranger Things. I like that his career is kind of just all over the place now.
Yeah, what the fuck's his name?
Because I love that character in Stranger
Joseph
Things.
Quinn.
Yeah, I like this dude. I think what's his face? Paul Mescal did an awesome job. He was believable. He's got very good resting fucking Roman face. He just looks like a Roman dude. Pedro Pascal.
Everybody was
fucking awesome.
Pedro Pascal was really good in it. Really good in it.
Yeah. There were a few things where I was like, well, that didn't really seem to fit with the motif. There were a few moments that were a little corny that took me out. And again, like the whole thing they showed in the preview of a naval battle in the Coliseum, I'm just trying to wrap my head around the ancient technology where you could just have that much access to water to flood a Coliseum to put ships in it. And then I don't know if they show this
did happen though.
But how? How did they do it? How? And so, the sharks, are the sharks historically accurate? Because where's this Roman fucking SeaWorld where they're just dumping like 10 sharks in there?
That's the part that that's the only thing in that scene that I was like, I don't think that's accurate, but I don't know for sure. I do know they flooded the Coliseum though to do mock naval battles.
Yeah, and I remember hearing about that and it just broke my brain.
Because they had aqueducts running through the city, bringing water down from other parts into the city.
Man, that's gnarly.
So they essentially had plumbing in all of the buildings because the water would run through.
Damn. Fucking Romans had it pretty good.
That's kind of the thing about Romans is they had all this technology.
Jeff, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts on
was
the
when the aqueduct went down that Rome actually got fucked, and they overexpanded their military, but they did have some pretty decent technology up until shit went sideways.
Man, you guys are way smarter than me. Jeff, what do you
No,
consider the first Gladiator?
five dicker. I mean, maybe a 5.5 dicker.
I'm with you. I think
Fucking love that movie.
Gladiator's a five dicker, but you're in no hurry to see the second one.
I wanted to go see it. I'll probably make it a Tuesday movie. I mean, I actually saw a Denzel Washington movie on mushrooms the other night. It wasn't my
What'd you
first
watch?
time seeing it.
John
I
Q
watched
on
Flight.
shrooms.
That would have been pretty dope. No, I watched Flight, which obviously is heavy. But I just wanted to see that that plane crash sequence on mushrooms. I remember watching it sober and just being like, "Holy fucking shit!"
That's the one where he flies the plane upside down because he's drunk, right?
No, he is drunk and fucked up, but he what he says rolls the plane so he could stabilize it from nose diving, and then he flips it back over so he could like have a crash landing. I forget the term is, but so essentially he can kind of land in a fucking field, but it's really just an organized crash.
How many Gladiator dicks? How many Gladiator 2 dicks are you sucking, Shuddy?
375.
Yeah,
It was a little long. It was a little long.
Yeah, it is like 7 minutes shorter than the OG, but it was a little long. There were some corny parts that took me out of it, and then something cool would happen and it would win me back. And I was waffling a little bit on the 3.75 or a four dicker, but I think I'm going to go four. I think it was a fun epic. I feel like I didn't see Napoleon, but like I feel like you don't see as many R-rated sort of brutal historical epics that much anymore. And the fact that Ridley Scott just made this movie at his age was pretty fucking impressive. It's impressive that he's still got it to this degree.
Some of the CGI was not very good.
Yeah,
But
the particularly his first battle where they make him fight like fucking rabid monkey dogs or some shit.
yeah, baboons that look like hybrid dogs. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
That lost me, but luckily that happens pretty early on, and later on, like enough cool things happen where it won me back. But oh man, yeah, like Ridley Scott. How old is he now? He is. Oh my God, he's like about to turn 87 or something. Is that right? Yeah,
Sounds believable.
that's fucking crazy.
Jesus.
That's crazy. To pull a movie off like that, like Clint Eastwood, he's in his 90s and still making movies. But if you're working on a Clint Eastwood feature, you're not doing, 12, 14, 16-hour days like you are on a regular movie set. He keeps his days very, very short. But, I mean, to film an epic like that, I don't think you have that luxury to just shoot 4 hours a day. So I enjoyed it. I went to a Cinemark to watch it. I haven't been to a Cinemark in a really long time because I
Fucking love Cinemark.
pulled a Geoff Clark. I waited too long to get my Thanksgiving turkey. So when I actually wanted to buy a ticket to go see it, everything was pretty much booked up, or I'm sitting in an IMAX screening in the front row.
What was the demographic of the theater? When you went
Bunch of
and saw it,
trainees, probably, huh?
as far as age.
It was kind of all over the place. I was sitting next to some fucking dude who must have had a nervous tick, like a Tourette's thing, where he goes like. So luckily the movie had a lot of loud parts, but anytime it was quiet, I just hear this motherfucker going. And then he was pulling out a vape and kept hitting his vape. which honestly I don't vape. I think people look kind of silly doing it in public, but I don't see why you can't vape in a movie theater. As a non-vapist,
Really?
it doesn't linger. It doesn't hang around. Most people get the, bubble gum or like fruity flavors of their nicotine vapes. And if it's a weed one, it just kind of smells weedy. It's not like they're lighting up a 4-foot cigar or anything. It dissipates real quick. Although sniffing, I'm kind of anti that in public.
Because at the 11:45 IMAX showing me, Draven, and Mark Rooster went to yesterday, the median age was probably 48 years old.
Oh, dang.
There were a lot of old folks there yesterday.
Well, I think what happened was you had the double billing weekend of Wicked and Gladiator II. So all the old heads were going to Gladiator II. Like, I wanted to get some fucking popcorn because I'm like, all right, if I'm sitting in this movie theater for 2.5 hours, I'm watching an epic. This is a popcorn movie. I want some goddamn popcorn. And there were just fucking moms. For every one mom, there were like 12 8-year-old girls with them. And they were all like dressed like princesses and run around smacking each other with wands. And I'm just there in like a scuzzed out metal shirt, just like by myself, looking all suspect. Like, can you guys just get out of the fucking way and let me get popcorn and go in? Because I got stuck. I think it was a 10-minute ordeal with 2 of those mom groups ahead of me. And I was getting a little cranky. My inner Shuddy Boy was coming out.
I made a snide comment to one of those mom groups. Because for some reason the AMC put the wicked fucking picture display thing for people to take selfies in front of right by the exit.
Oh, I fucking hate
and
that.
There was a group of entitled suburban moms and their bratty fucking kids blocking the exit.
Goddamn. Shuddy needs the manager now.
I don't remember what Draven or Mark asked me something, and I was like, all I want is just to be able to leave the theater, but these assholes are just blocking the exit, and I like pushed my way through.
Oh, good. Taking your daughters to support witchcraft. Great parenting.
Well, I did see something on X or Twitter of somebody freaking out about that they thought it was going to be a princess movie and it's a witchcraft movie.
Oh, my God.
And it's not safe for the kids.
Nope. Now all these little kids have magic powers.
Yep. They're running around casting spells like the devil.
Damn. Well, as the ambassador for Hollywood, I must say, nanny nanny poo poo. Now all your daughters can fly. So, Geoff, do you think tomorrow is your day to go see Gladiator?
I was going to go see Heretic, but the movie options are completely fucked right now. Like, they're only seeing, like, the Cinemark, I think, is only playing Moana 2, Gladiator 2, and Wicked. AMC is playing those 3, and I think they're doing Heretic, but it's in like a fucking 15-person theater, and like most of the tickets are already sold out.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I might just skip the Tuesday movie altogether tomorrow. Maybe I'll go to Gladiator 2. Maybe I'll get one of the few remaining seats for Heretic. It's a game time decision for tomorrow. I don't have anything specific.
Word. Well, here's a decision for you guys that's not a Geoff's choice like he's currently facing. Sign up for Patreon. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. It's a win-win. You get to give the 3 of us a nice little Christmas present, and you in turn get some killer content. Like Geoff and I reporting back on watching Dan to Dan. Shuddy Boy is going to watch Zombievers and report back on that. I mean,
with Trevor Goober.
Those 2 selling points right there should be enough. But there's also our weekly competition against each other, watching Deal or No Deal in Queef or No Queef. There's Kevin's Nerd Hole coming out every week. There's Between Two Flushes. There's Snack Attacks. You even got Shuddy Boy doing write-ups on Wax of the Week. If you're a music nerd, there's something for everybody. And there's also a bonus podcast we do every week that's roughly 45 minutes to an hour, in addition to all the free stuff you're getting. So check it out. Help support the homies. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. And if you live in LA or close to it, come see The Second Coming of John Cooper in theater with me and Geoff and some of the cast. It's going to be awesome. It's part of the Culver City Film Festival. It's Monday, December 9th at 7:30 p.m., and the link is all over the place. So just check my socials, or even if you're not a Patreon subscriber, it's an easy enough link to remember. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. You can scroll down, and it is a public post, so you will be able to see it. The link is right there, or I just put it all over social media, so check it out. And speaking of, you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Geoff Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. And at John Cooper Movie. And if you are a sports junkie, do you have a sports boner? Is it made out of pigskin? Well, you should listen to Outkick Bets with Geoff Clark.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a weird week with Thanksgiving. Gonna have to record the podcast a little bit earlier. Good thing I got a Canadian sports bettor to hop on the podcast who's less bogged down this week. Who's less bogged down with Thanksgiving Day duties. So check that out. The homie Geoff Feinberg spells it with a G as well. But we'll be recording Wednesday for the all 16 NFL Week 12 games, or Week 13, excuse me.
In Canada, it's pronounced Geoff.
No, it's not. Stop it.
Not to dwell on it too long, but I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's reached out over the last week. Can't keep up with all the messages and comments. It's very much appreciated and overwhelming. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. And let's see what else. Oh, you can also go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour and subscribe and watch our faces over Zoom for some reason.
Geoff, get the injectable butter and a turkey. You'll be fine. You don't need the Popeyes Cajun turkey to have a successful Thanksgiving.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'll do that.
Tony Chachere's injectable Creole style butter, injectable marinade.
Yeah, you can even inject it up your own butt.
Tony
Chachere's
Sashers.
delicious.
Tony, get at me.
Yeah, Shuddy Boy's fishing for an endorsement deal. Tony.
I'll fucking endorse Tony Chachere's. 0 fucking calories and a shit ton of flavor. I mean, what? You can't go wrong with it.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for listening. But until next time, something.